Oh my god, work sucks. What's going on? Okay, let's go. Grab the remote. And away we go. Veymax, a company that I've reviewed several times, and with each board that they put out just becomes another better product. This is the Veymax Mini Monster, which is a fantastic mini board that offers some incredible premium features at a very affordable price. Let's go ahead and dive into this board and see exactly what you're getting. Let us start off with the deck here. At 30 inches by 9.6 inches wide at 19 pounds, this is a very mini style board. Unlike the other midi style boards that I believe that are a little bit taller and a little bit narrower, they kind of bridge that gap in that midi. This is a true mini board in my opinion, and it has a lot of fun features for what this board is.
Here's one thing I like, it's a nice wide deck. My heel does hang over a little bit on the back end here, but it feels really good fit placement wise. And then my foot right on the tail there, being able to get some nice deep carves in and have some tail control for manuals or popping over curbs or any type of jump situation. But yeah, it feels good overall.
I find that this deck gives you everything you need and nothing you don't. It's a very subtle kicktail that pops up to give you enough for manuals or popping over cracks or going off of curbs. And the flat profile overall just is a nice wide platform. So again, my US size 11, perfectly suited for this. A little hangover is totally fine with me, and it gives you a very nice road feel connection. Let us move down to the truck system here. These are their brand new Refiner 8-inch 45-degree truck that combines very nice responsiveness with stability, and that's really important. 8-inch trucks are kind of really unheard of, especially on a mini style board. They typically offer anywhere from like a 6, maybe even up to a 7-inch truck system. So having that larger truck gives you a nice, very stable ride feel up into the 25, almost 30 mile per hour range with me as well too. And I definitely can attest that it's a very nice locked in stable feel.
So the one thing I will notice right away is that the bushings here, they are 95A all around, and it's a little stiff. You're getting a little bit more pushback from side to side. Not necessarily a bad thing per se, but just something to note that obviously with riptide bushings or anything you have set up for your style would be a little bit better of a situation. I don't know if they made it that stiff because they didn't want these 105mm wheels to get wheel bite. I can understand that as well too, but being able to even size down to like 100mm, 90mm, 80mm, whatever you want, this it's a pretty kick-ass little package though.
They paved this road finally.
Talking about wheels, these are their brand new 105 by 65mm cozy wheels, as they've dubbed them. This is a very similar wheel to what you're getting with the Mad Wheel system. They have the suspension holes drilled out in the backside there, giving you a little bit more suspension cushy ride feel while also maintaining a fantastic grip to the road. I love the 105mm style wheels. I think it's a perfect balance of largeness but smallness at the same time, giving anyone that maximum amount of range that you're looking for, also with comfortability and just grip to the road. It's just a very nice wheel overall. I think that, you know, if you are someone looking for 2-in-1 style boards, mini style boards that want something with a nice, good comfort, this is definitely an option for you as well too. The thing that I will say is that the stiffness of the bushings is because I would say of these 105mm wheels. Anything above this range and softer bushings, I would say you're definitely gonna get wheel bite on this board. So just kind of keep that in mind, that if you're trying to go even to like 120mm or whatever it may be, I would say that maybe a 90mm wheel would be the perfect for this board for maximum amount of carvability. But 105mm, nice good stiff bushings gives you that ability to kind of just rip it up past 25 miles per hour and have that locked in feeling that everyone's looking for.
Yeah, pretty nimble. Especially with these larger wheels on here, board's actually very, very nimble. Quite surprised how nimble. Big tail and all, it's definitely a fun wheel. Foo Fighters. Block that out. Hello. I'm picking up for Drew.
Here is the
Yeah.
reason why I love mini boards and pretty much use them on an everyday basis when I'm not reviewing, is because they just are easy to carry and pick up and throw around. Walk into a store, walk into a cafe, go ahead and drive to the bank, whatever it may be, you can absolutely carry these in with you. The larger 2-in-1 style boards or mountain boards or crazy range boards, obviously those are not meant for everyday situations like this. So that is why I truly love a good mini board setup.
Such a nimble little board to be able to rip around on, get lunch. Sidewalk start. Wheels are large enough to take on cracks and rocks.
So I will say this, is that anywhere in the power band, it actually has some pretty decent, power output. So I can be at 18 miles an hour and give that throttle just a little bit oomph, and actually has some decent power. Not crazy, but for a mini board, you're definitely accelerating pretty quickly above 20 miles an hour all the way up through. Whew, little wind in the eyes there. But it's also cold out today, so batteries and ESC is not warm as it is, but feels good. It's nice.
Moving on to the batteries, ESCs, and motors here. So the battery is a 14S2P. Yes, 14S2P packed inside of this little tiny mini board with the EVE 50E cells. A great cell in my opinion. I've used this in several other boards. It's got a great discharge rate, a nice balance of price and performance, and honestly, I haven't had any situation. I've even been using this now in a little bit of a cooler weather. We've been kind of in the mid 50s to upper 60s as far as ranges goes, and it's been giving a great discharge rate. They claim over 30 miles of range on this board. I got 23, which I was very impressed with. I was primarily testing this in gear 4 mode. So they have 1, 2, 3, and 4 gear modes. I was primarily in the 4th gear mode, but I did jump down to the 3rd gear mode once I got to that 25% mark, and it still gave me plenty of power. Now, top speed on this thing is definitely up there, well above 25 miles per hour. I topped out at 29 miles an hour, which felt great and stable. Again, I would leave that to the size of the wheels, the bushings, and the trucks. All of that with a perfectly good balance in that situation.
Funny how stable I feel at 25 miles an hour on this than some longboards even. The 45-degree trucks with those 95 barrel bushings inside of there on these 8-inch wide truck system make you feel very dialed in. And like I said, at 25 miles an hour there, it feels a lot more stable than some boards I've been on that are even on longer stance platforms. So, well, thank you. Everything about it. You can really lean into these wheels and get a very good grip on them. So, very nice.
Surprising amount of power out of this Hobbywing 9028 series. Developed for the 14S, it was fantastic, smooth power delivery. I cannot stress that enough. The amount of smooth output power that if you're full throttling it, it's just a beautiful curve. It doesn't fly off, doesn't, it's not jerkiness in that sense. Very smooth that when you let on and off the throttle, on, off, on, off. It's very predictable, very smooth. So I cannot recommend that enough. Absolutely fantastic in that sense. All right, so overall, the Veymax Mini Monster Neo is an incredible board for the price. 14S2P, great discharge rate. The 9028 series from Hobbywing in collaboration with the motors as well too, putting out 3,000 watts peak power each. Absolutely fantastic. Overall, just a killer package in general. Something I can definitely recommend if you are looking for that mini series style board that offers great performance for price. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? So is the Veymax Mini Monster something I can recommend to you as far as a series? Absolutely. I think that Veymax in general has just been putting out hit after hit. Definitely coming out of the gate with the Nymph series. If you haven't yet, check that video out. I'll link it down below. And now with the Mini Monster Neo and other boards that are coming out, they really are pushing the envelope in my opinion. Definitely steering the direction of their system with truck delivery, performance, and looks, and value overall. So if you guys are interested, there is a link down below. It is affiliated. I truly appreciate it if you guys use those things down there. It helps the channel, supports me as well too. Saves you guys a few bucks as well too. Until next time, guys, remember, always wear your helmet. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Woo!